Hey Grace Church, my name is Jesse. Welcome to the weekly for the week of September 18th. Today we're looking at the beginning of the church in Acts chapter 2. What makes your home feel special? What do you love about your home? Maybe it's the things on your walls, the things on your shelf. Maybe it's the comfort that you feel when you get home, sitting on the couch, sitting around the dining room table. There's jokes that you share with the family or the roommates that you have. There's a language that is personal and intimate between you and your family and your loved ones. There is a heart language of the home. From the beginning of the church, God has been forming and shaping spiritual family, and there's a heart language that was key to the beginning and the formation of the church's spiritual family. The book of Acts is the beginning of the church, and in Acts chapter 2, we see that the Holy Spirit comes and fills each person. God has joined himself with individuals, but God is also joining individuals to one another. How that happens is that the Holy Spirit fills people and they start speaking in tongues. Now, what those tongues are is that there are 16 different nations of people that are together in Jerusalem that are watching this happen. These 120 people are being filled with the Holy Spirit and they start speaking in tongues. But what it actually is these people are sharing the good news of God in all of these different nation tongues. All of these foreigners that are there hear their own home language being spoken. This is a critical moment that causes people to feel like, man, I belong to this new thing called the church. My own heart language, my own native tongue is being spoken, and they feel like they are a part of this community. Now, some people think that these 120 are drunk, and so Peter gets up and preaches the first Christian sermon, the beginning of the church, and he starts with a prophecy from Joel. And the prophecy in Joel says that the Holy Spirit will come on all people, young and old, male and female, rich and poor, slave, every ethnic group. That the church is the beginning of the church is this beautiful picture of people of difference coming together in a unified way. Diversity and unity, something that seems so impossible, especially today. It is the supernatural act of God where all of these different languages are being understood and all of these people are coming together to form a spiritual family. Now in Acts chapter 2, as soon as the sermon is done, we see that this moment of Pentecost becomes daily lifestyle living. It says in verse 41, those who received his word, Peter's, were baptized, and there were added that day about 3,000 souls, and they devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching, to the fellowship, to the breaking of bread and prayer. And awe came upon every soul, and many wonders and signs were being done through the apostles. And all who believed were together and had all things in common. And they were selling their possessions and belongings, distributing the proceeds to all, as many as had need. Day by day, attending the temple and breaking bread in their homes, they received the food with glad and generous hearts, praising God and having favor with all the people. And the Lord added to their number day by day those who were being saved. You see, the gospel brings people of difference together. Daily they are meeting in homes and they're meeting in the temple in big and small environments. It says that they had fellowship. This is very different than friends. Friends who are not following Jesus and trying to press into growing spiritually, those are very different things. Fellowship has prayer. You're learning about God. You're being generous towards one another in your home. The results of this multi-ethnic, diverse community coming together, pursuing God, is that outsiders are becoming insiders. The Lord is adding to their number day by day those who are being a part of these different house churches. And so 3 things need to happen for house churches, for Grace Church to reflect the past. The first thing is that we will need to be people who sacrifice in order to be together. Now, there's many barriers that we may need to sacrifice or put in the right place to be together. One of those things is technology. Technology takes and consumes so much of our time, and we need to put technology as well as a number of other things in their proper place so that we can reorient our lives to the way of Jesus and to house church and the spiritual family. The second thing that we will need to do is to be people with cross-cultural intelligence. We all have biases, we all have assumptions about other people. In order for us to be a spiritual family, we need to have cross-cultural intelligence. Missionaries, they understand the value of culture and language and heart languages of others. We need to have this missional understanding towards one another in house church. We are a collection of different kinds of people. We need to be a missionary people who are curious and want to understand each other instead of trying to control, fix, or change each other. The third thing that we need to be is people of biblical hospitality. The Greek word for hospitality is philoxenia. It is two words that means love of stranger. Loving a stranger and the other and people different is very, very difficult. It takes intentionality for us to see and love people who are strangers to us, to bring them into the center and make them feel at home in house church. Hospitality is not entertainment. It means that we're creating our home with generosity. My home, the things in my refrigerator, the things that I have are for each of you, and what you have is for me. We are generous with each other. We're generous with our attention. We give each other our attention. This is how we create spiritual family and provide hospitality to create a home. When this happens, it is contagious. This is so different than anything in the world. And when we can have spiritual family, house churches like this, God will grow our community and we will multiply. This semester, we have 22 house churches throughout San Diego. These are 22 open doors for people to join Grace Church San Diego, not on a Sunday service, but in house churches. And we dream one day, Grace Church, where there are more people in house church than there are in Sunday service. We dream of the day when people will become followers of Jesus around your dinner table in your house church. We dream of the day when your house church is baptizing people within your house church community. We're not there yet, but this is our hope, our belief. This is our vision. In order for this to happen, Grace Church, each one of us, we need to ask ourselves, God, how do you want to change me to create spiritual family for other people in my house church?